This was a mistake.
Sonny, getting our genome sequenced was your idea. This was what you wanted.
I know, and I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry?
It's just that, remember when we got married and made you take all those tests?
You didn't make me.
Yes, I did. I made you take the herpes test and the AIDS test and that horrible smear and everything else.
I did it all happily, even the smear.
I don't want you to think I don't trust you.
Enough of this trust thing, Julie. You know, we took the test and it's over and it's over.
So it's over.
Done with.
And it doesn't matter what the genome sequence tells us because we trust each other.
Exactly.
And we love each other, and we're gonna have Junior no matter what, and that's that.
I love you, and I trust you. And we're gonna have Junior no matter what, and that's that.
So let's leave before Dr. Kittridge comes back.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Right, we just walk out and forget this ever happened.
You betcha. Wait. What if that's the mistake, walking out? I don't want to make a mistake.
Honey, we just settled that getting the results was a mistake. That's not a mistake until you make it. So, if we leave here right now, technically no one's made any mistakes.
Let's go then.
Are you sure?
Yes, let's do it. Let's just walk out and that's the end of that.
You have Junior the old-fashioned way, without knowing.
Just you and me. Without a net.
What was that you just said? Without a net?
No net.
So in a net-free area here.
Yep.
What if something really is wrong with one of us?
You know what? People have been having babies for years without getting their genome mapped.
Yeah, but you don't want to know if my chromosomes are screwy.
I don't see anything wrong.
If we have a baby with 3 heads, you're not going to hold it against me.
We'll just love each head equally. I mean that. There's a reason that I ask you to marry me. As far as I'm concerned, your gene pool's clean.
Okay.
But do promise me that when Junior comes, you try and do better with it than you did with Elmo.
The cat was a dry run.
Oh God, I hope not.
Coming through.
I promise I'll do better with Junior.
Promise.
I couldn't do much worse. I love you.
I love you too.
Let's make like a baby and head out. Come on, it was funny. It's a funny joke.
Dr. Kittridge,
we just missed you.
The cafeteria.
I have the results of your genome scan.
What are they?
Maybe you should sit down.
Are you alright, Dr. Kittridge?
It's her, isn't it? There's something wrong with her. I knew it. I knew
Saul?
it. What? I'm sorry. Darling, I love you. Even if there's something wrong.
Just let me tell you what I know. According to the scan, Julie is mildly depressive with a tendency towards narcissism and overconsumption of material goods.
My chromosomes told you that.
My credit cards could have told you that.
Saul?
What?
That's mean.
No, it's not mean if it's in your genome. Right, Doc, if it's in your genome, it's not mean. Look, this isn't exactly bad news. I mean, the way I see it, we get Junior some therapy and some credit, and we're home free. I mean, this really could have been a whole lot worse.
The problem is with you, Saul.
I'm impotent. Oh, Christ. I knew it. I knew it. I'm impotent. I'm impotent. Fuck! I am impotent.
You are not impotent.
Oh, this is just rich.
Please, sit down, Mr. Winslow. I beg you.
Doctor, your hand is shaking. Honey, look, his hand is shaking.
It's really weird. His hand is shaking. Doc, why is your hand shaking?
Because I hope with all my heart that a genome map is not a definitive determiner of character.
Does that mean I'm not a narcissist? See?
Mr. Winslow, Saul, we found something in the fabric of your DNA. Something that's never been encountered before in the field of science.
Yeah, and?
Saul Winslow, you are the Antichrist.
Excuse me?
Spawn of Satan, King of Evil, 666.
I think we understand the concept. It's just that the idea that Saul here is the Antichrist is a little crazy. That's all.
I assure you, I am perfectly sane. Everything I'm saying is completely based on scientific fact.
This is ridiculous.
The power of the Lord commands you! The power of the Lord commands you! As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not stray. Don't let him near me.
Doc! Doc! Not to cast any aspersions here, but if it were scientifically possible to determine whether someone was the Antichrist from a genome scan, I think I would have heard about it. They would have had it on NPR.
Julie, how long have I been your doctor?
Since I was a little girl?
Oh, have I ever struck you as being unbalanced?
Apart from this little freak out,
Have I ever shown you anything but the best intentions?
this man is clearly having some kind of psychotic episode.
Saul, don't make it any worse.
I mean, worse, he's having an insane delusion.
I'm not saying that he isn't.
Why are we still here?
Dr. Kittridge used to give me lollipops, so cut him a little slack.
He just said I'm the Antichrist.
Please, hear me out.
Julie, the door. Why don't we use it?
No, wait. For years, scientists have theorized about a genetic marker for the anointed bringer of the world's destruction. A marker that has been identified as the sequenced, anomalous, tangential, anti-Jehovah nucleotide. I never believed, because I always thought that it was my calling to find new ways of helping people, not to chase down the hallways of science looking for theological conundrums.
And that machine, that genome scanner mapper thing, told you that I have this in me. Dr. Kittridge, I'm only going to say this once because I feel sad seeing you all agitated, and I would like for you to have a little peace. Do I look like the Antichrist to you? I work for an environmental nonprofit lobby. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I wear Birkenstocks, and I don't even own a tie.
I've seen a lot of freakish and deformed things in my line of work. But the sight of you, Prince of Darkness, scares the living piss out of me. Makes me wish I'd never invented that genome scanner in the first place. I have disrupted the order of things, and this is my punishment. All I wanted was to help people, and yet here you are. Beelzebub, Belial, Lord of the Flies, standing on my rug wearing Birkenstocks.
Can we please leave? Okay.
If you leave without confronting the possibility of your true nature, you could plunge the world into a horror beyond imagination. Face your true nature, Saul. Face it.
Do what?
The right thing, the only thing.
A whole hell of a lot of clarity here, Doc. Doc? Doc? What are you...
What is that?
A shard of the Holy Spear of Destiny, stained from time immemorial with the blood of the martyred Christ, split into dagger-like pieces and mailed by the Catholic Church to selected doctors and geneticists like myself as a prophylactic measure against this possibility.
It's good to know. Julie, darling, love of my life. Shall we?
Plunge the dagger into your heart. End it before you destroy us all.
I have a question.
Yes?
If I were the Antichrist destined to bring about the end of the world, why would I willingly commit suicide?
Cunning arguments of a dark saint of legion.
He used to give you lollipops.
Okay, we can go.
Okay, bye.
No! I swore to spare humanity from pain. And now I see the harbinger of that pain standing before me. You will die screaming, son of Samhain. You will die screaming!
It's over, Kittridge! The Sal and I are leaving!
bed.
Wow, he must have had a heart attack.
Heart attacks, Saul? Even really bad ones don't cause people's guts to fly out of their stomachs.
Honey, I'm not a doctor.
And don't you think it's just like the teeniest little bit strange that this happened when you raised your voice at him?
You don't really believe that my raising my voice had anything to do with this?
You called me the sow!
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You said, "It's over, Kittridge. The sow and I are leaving."
I so didn't say that, honey. There's a dead guy on the floor and you're not thinking straight.
Well, then what did you say?
Have you ever heard me say the word sow? Ever sow? Who says sow? Honey, I don't know what I said. I just think we need to get this man a nurse or a hearse or whatever it is that people do and just go home. Can we go home?
I remember when Elmo died. It looked like his entire chest had exploded.
You don't really believe that would happen to Elmo?
And the last thing I remember that night was you got upset over him licking your soy nut butter sandwich. And then the next morning, it looked like his entire chest had exploded inexplicably.
Julie.
And you tried to get me to believe that he just bled out in some weird Ebola kind of way, but I always wondered.
Wondered what? Cats die every day. Julie, old people die every day. That doesn't make me the Antichrist. I don't want to stand here discussing this over the corpse of your family doctor, please. How much have you and I been through? You wanted me to be your husband. You wanted me to share your life with you. We built something together. I'm 26 years old, you know, if I had some kind of predestined demonic agenda, don't you think I would have done a little more with it than loaf around in Birkenstocks and lobby the state government to limit the amount of animal sewage dumping into the bay?
Maybe you just don't know it.
How could I not know if I'm the child of darkness?
Maybe it's just buried inside of you and it just comes out sometimes when you least expect it. And kind old men die.
Julie? No. Come on, he wanted me to stab myself in his office. There was clearly something wrong with the man. Let's say that this thing is for real, and there's a chance that I have something evil inside of me. I'm not just gonna kill myself. Right? I'm gonna spend my life fighting to be the best person that I can be, the best man that I can be. This genome scanner is an imperfect human creation. We're not just gonna let it determine our destiny. If I thought for one single moment that I had no choice other than being evil and bringing pain to people, then I would kill myself. But I'm better than that. I want you to know that. I need you to know that, because if you don't, then we don't have a life together. And then I would rather be dead.
What about Junior?
You're the most precious, kind, generous person I've ever known. Junior's gonna be half you. So that's all I need to know. Why don't you go and get someone to help the doctor?
He was a good man.
I know.